Welcome to 2 Cent Theater, the podcast where you can hear fresh takes on classic cinema for the price of our 2 cents. I'm Connor Jones, and I'm joined by my friend Stephen Lara.
What up?
Hi, I'm Miguel. I don't know movies.
Hey, and I'm Rodolfo. Yeah. Don't watch movies either.
Very succinct. Alright, so today we're going to be talking about the Toxic Avenger. And so, Rodolfo, Miguel, how would you get us started? What is this movie?
Do you want to go first or should I?
I can go first.
Alright.
Basic summary, right?
Yeah, just basic summary. And for the audience listening in, the reason why we gave this job to Rodolfo and Miguel is because they are not film experts of any kind.
Why do you have to emphasize that? But you could have just said they don't know a lot of movies at all.
Because I speak the truth.
Then again, none of us are professionals, and we emphasize that on
Speak for yourself.
another podcast.
Yeah, speak for yourself, amateur.
All right, anyways, I'm going to proceed with my summary. The Toxic Avenger. It's basically a movie of a typical ne'er-do-well who gets bullied by some cocky kids to the point where
they're very cocky.
They cause a tragic accident to the ne'er-do-well who eventually gains, who basically turns into a mutant, I guess, with super strength and whatnot. So once he turns into a super mutant, he goes around fighting evil, apparently evil, and keeps doing that for a while to the point where some of the city or the officers who are actually corrupt officers want him out. Yeah, because they'll eventually get to them.
So, what I noticed from Rodolfo talking about that is that this movie sounds pretty standard when you just describe it like that. But I think we can all agree that this movie is not at all standard or by the book. Can
I give my second summary?
Sure, go ahead.
It's short also, but it's what Captain America should have been.
Yeah, Rodolfo he pretty much nailed on the head. Although, I will say, for a movie where it's he's fighting evil. I mean, he's basically just fighting evil, which is he's fighting violence with just more terrible violence, pretty much.
But it's awesome.
It is. This movie's very. What's the word you could say? It's
trashy.
Yeah, very.
It's a Troma film.
It's Troma. It comes from Lloyd Kaufman. I almost said Andy Kaufman. The great comedian Andy Kaufman brought us this film. But no, this is Lloyd Kaufman's first Troma film, I believe, isn't it?
I'm not sure.
I would think so because that's where the main town is Tromaville. So,
but you're forgetting about the others, the few sex comedies they worked before, because Toxic Avenger was their first turn from, because originally Troma was sex comedies, Turn On and those other movies.
So when in the opening credits, when it says a Troma production, that's sort of a brand that Lloyd Kaufman sort of created, where he intentionally made bad, trashy films as kind of an art form in a way.
Yeah, the Tromaville is basically its own universe, its own cinematic universe.
In many ways, this truly is a pioneer of the superhero genre. All right, so I guess we could just go into the general discussion because you guys
I didn't give my summary yet.
All right, well, go ahead then.
So
make yourself heard.
So the main chef from Ratatouille is he's a janitor, and he's constantly bullied by trashy American Ryu and Dennis from Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And it gets to a point where the chef from Ratatouille is knocked into toxic waste, and he becomes a mix of Rocky Dennis and Sloth, and he takes it onto himself to rid the town of evil. And he does that by beating up gangs, and eventually leads up to him falling in love with a blind girl because she doesn't see his flaws.
A really cute romance act. It's
fucking hot blind girl.
Yeah, she's
I know,
really
but
fucking hot.
I know, but the romance is genuinely really sweet between them, I think.
And then it gets to a point where, like Rodolfo said, the government in there is corrupt with drugs. And so they bring in
like super corrupt. They have a Nazi working for them.
So it gets to a point where this little town in buttfuck nowhere gets the National Guard to take down Sloth Rocky Dennis, but everyone is resolved at the end, and everyone lives happily ever after.
It's amazing. You and Rodolfo both did pretty different summaries. Both of them are very right.
Miguel wins though.
One word. Okay, one word. You say trashy Ryu. I say secondhand Ashton Kutcher.
Oh, I do see that.
Wait, which one was it? Bozo or Slug?
Slug. The one with the long hair.
Yeah, the one with the
bandana.
Bandana.
Who has a really weird voice. Like, did you pick that up? Okay, so all right, so let's start at the beginning with this. So it opens on a documentary for like a few minutes, basically, pretty much. Like, Steven, like, you want to like take this one?
Yeah,
because like you like noticed this like before any of us did.
Yeah, it basically opens up like you would a documentary where it's an overshot of the town, and it started talking about like a bunch of things, facts about the town. I'm like, am I watching the wrong thing? Is this a documentary about Tromaville?
Yeah. So it quickly like it goes into this weird like topic on nuclear or like toxic waste in the city. But then pretty much smash cut to 80s gym and working out. And one thing that I noticed, I don't know if you guys noticed this when you're watching this gym scene, there are so many funny background details going on in this like health club. It's almost more interesting, I think, than the actual story. Like no, I mean, weightlifting machines, but then right next to them is a karate class going on.
Well, I feel like that wasn't done intentionally. I think they're just like, okay, we need to fill this space as much as possible to look like a gym.
So just like get a bunch of overacting extras to just do whatever they wanted.
By the way, in the 80s, did people go to gyms a lot? Like, was that a thing? Because I feel like it's like, if you watch a lot of 80s films, it's people are always like at the gym. But I feel like these days, the only people who are at gyms are like health buffs. But not everyone goes to the gym. Like, I remember when watching the movie, there was like 2 gay stereotypes in the gym. And I'm like,
oh yeah, this movie in terms of like, so this movie is funny, but the funny scenes that I think hold up the best are not the ones that are traditionally funny. This movie attempts a lot of stereotypes that I don't think really hold up well. There's one pretty offensive transsexual stereotype that's not funny at all.
You're talking about the guy with the cigar face.
Yeah,
that's who I was.
I thought they were just trying to play him off as an actual girl, and it was just like he was.
It wouldn't surprise me if there
was like a very like, okay, he's obviously a guy, but no, his actual character's a girl.
Like, for those of you who haven't seen the movie, this character is in a horrible blonde wig. It's a at least 35-year-old black guy in a terrible blonde wig, in a blue dress, complete with like bloomers for underwear.
So Melvin, I have a question for you guys. Did you guys think he was actually retarded? Because like people call him that. I'm like, oh yeah, they're being mean. But the way he acts and the way he carries himself, at one like before he even goes to the toxic waste, I'm like, maybe he is retarded.
Yeah,
I could see that. I could see him like being on the spectrum. Like, cause like he doesn't communicate well.
He's just like he does a bunch of
yeah.
And
well, no, here was my thing. So basically, what I had I actually marked this in my notes when I was watching this movie. Yeah, I'm kind of with the bullies on this one. Like, if I saw Melvin acting the way he is, I'd be like, fuck this dude. I hate him.
I wouldn't, because I'm like, oh, that's sweet. They're letting this mentally challenged guy work in the gym.
He pushes a lady into a pool because he's a fucking klutz.
Yeah, but one thing was, they were getting angry at him just because he was mopping, because he wasn't mopping right.
Look how skinny Melvin is. So can you really believe that he actually did push that woman off the pool? That was done for comedic effect.
Then again, also, I think the way he's he like that is because of comedic effect, to like compare him how he is before he became the Toxic Avenger.
Oh yeah, because not only does toxic waste apparently give you superpowers like strength,
voice.
It gives you a great voice, awesome voice, and pretty great intelligence.
Talking about that voice, one thing I noticed that his voice changes a lot, because it's like, don't worry, ma'am, I'm not gonna hurt you, to, what do you think of that, lord ass?
I know.
It's like 4 different people voicing the Toxic Avenger.
That wouldn't surprise me if it was actually 4 people voicing him.
At first, I thought that, because when you see her speak in the first few minutes, you don't see his face, but you can hear him talk. So before the reveal about his face, I just thought, does he have telepathic powers and he's talking through the minds? But then when it shows his face and he can actually talk, it's like that voice, but kind of different. But then sometimes his mouth doesn't move right, but the voice still comes out. So I'm like,
that's just because of syncing problems.
And it's also almost kind of like this movie kind of didn't have a budget.
No, then again, like with the mask, I don't think he'd be able to move his mouth all that much.
Yeah.
So that's why they. And plus, if like thinking of it with the mask on, the sound might be muffled. Like his words might be muffled, so they have to do like a voiceover.
I mean, Miguel wasn't wrong when he said he looked like Sloth from the Goonies. He does.
Yeah.
Like his face is almost exactly like Sloth.
It's like if Jason Voorhees grew up in his natural state. Except he had intelligence.
So Melvin is a janitor at this health spa, populated by 22-year-olds going on 40. Seriously, all of them looked deceptively old.
Yeah.
You know what though? The women in this movie, they're like those two women with the two dudes. They're like one of the most evilest women. But oh my god, you're so hot.
Dude,
that sex scene with
one of them was pretty cute. The blonde one.
The blonde one, when she... we'll get to this later, but basically, Melvin's a janitor. He's a klutz/idiot who, for some reason, annoys the hell out of these four bullies. There's Bozo, the leader, which, by the way, this guy chose the nickname Bozo. There's his lackey Slug, who's dime store evil Ryu. And their two girlfriends who, if you caught their names, you did a better job than I did, because I don't remember what their names are.
Oh, I know their names. They're Double Dragon Girl 1 and 2.
No, but like... No, wait, fuck. Okay, in that sex scene...
I want to say like one of them's like Angie or something.
I don't know.
I don't know.
But you guys, that sex scene where Melvin catches them in the gym...
Well, I think we're kind of getting off, that's a little further down the road, but...
It's still in the gym.
Yeah, it's still in the gym, but we gotta set up more stuff first, you fool.
What stuff?
Oh.
So these bullies, for some reason, they hate Melvin, because he mops badly, which, let's be honest, yeah, he does. He's a terrible janitor at this health spa.
Maybe that's the only job he could get.
Yeah, you ableist.
I'm sorry. You can't do this job. You're fired.
Melvin might be mentally handicapped. We already discussed
I've seen mentally handicapped people who can pick up a fucking mop.
Don't you walk all over my Toxic Avenger.
Not all of them. Okay, fine. But basically, these bullies hate him, and after Melvin catches two of them having sex in the middle of a dressing room, they decide to get revenge on him, which in a scheme that doesn't make a lot of sense, really, because what... Alright, so what they do is... The woman, the main girlfriend of Bozo, she leads him on thinking like she's gonna have sex with him, which he very creepily reciprocates, kind of. And in order to do this, he has to dress in a pink tutu and then meet her down by the pool.
polka dot like onesie.
Yeah,
and the thing is, I can kind of see why he was intrigued, because she basically led him on. She even took off her bra in front of him, like. Yeah,
which is
I like
where...
to show all my pink, or something like that.
Yeah, which is like if you put on pink, I'll take mine off, and she takes off her pink bikini top. This is one thing that I notice about this chick, because when you see her in her regular clothes, she looks pretty attractive. She has a tan, except when she's in her bikini, you notice that above the neck it's kind of tan, but then below it. It's like the skin of a hot dog. It's crazy. And then when she takes off her top, it's these jarring tan lines. And that's what sort of made her she's not that hot, because she's way... No, she's way too tanned out.
I prefer the first chick. The one that got caught and having sex.
Oh, yeah. That's what I was going to say. And the sex scene was the blonde one or the brown one. I don't remember.
These two women are kind of interchangeable in how evil and unlikable they are.
Also, this movie's sexist, because later the movie, when the punishments are dealt, the women get it less worse than the guys.
Well, okay, I will bring that up, because it did lead to me for a sort of weird observation I did. But so they lead Melvin to put on this pink tutu, which looks terrible even for a tutu. It has these awful green spots on it, and they lead him down to the pool where he thinks he's kissing the blonde chick, but it's
pitch black.
Yeah, you can't see anything. Which, how the fuck did he go into that place without knowing all those people were in there? Because
or Marcel slipping into the pool.
Yeah. So like they turn on the lights in this pitch black pool area, and it's revealed. Oh no, he was kissing a goat that they somehow got.
I thought it was a llama.
No, it was a goat or a sheep or something. Or
an alpaca.
Sheep for sure.
No, it's not. It's not an alpaca. It's not an alpaca.
Are you sure it's a goat?
Yes.
Llamas have longer necks.
I didn't see horns.
It was a sheep. It was a sheep.
It was a sheep. But it's not a llama.
I thought it was a goat.
No, it's a sheep.
No, I thought it was a llama.
Sheep.
No,
okay,
go on. You know how big llamas are?
An alpaca.
They're still. Those are bigger.
An alpaca.
An alpaca.
All right, go on.
Welcome back to the Alpaca Podcast. Anyway, so they trick Melvin into kissing this goat, llama, alpaca, whatever it is. He's humiliated, and it's revealed that all of the people in the health spa were snuck into this pool area to watch this. I'm sorry. This guy's such a big fucking idiot that he, one, like, didn't tell that, like, this was a setup, and two, that there are other people in this gym. Because, like, when it's revealed that the other people are there, they're circled around him. Like, they're all over this goddamn place.
Melvin, seriously, watch a movie. I don't think he's all there in the brain.
That's not a matter of, like, mental facility. This is a matter of, like, sensory awareness.
Have you not seen Rain Man?
Yeah, I have. What's your point?
Yeah, he doesn't get social cues either, and then
it's not a matter of social cues. It's a matter of, like, I'm in a room. You could, even in the dark, you can tell there's multiple people in a room.
No, but he's fucking retarded, so no, he can't.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you think that retarded people don't have sensory awareness?
No, I'm just saying some retarded people are smarter than some other retarded people. It's all the same. It's like, it's different.
All right, dig your hole deeper, Steven.
I will dig the hole. Give me that shovel.
I do agree with Steven.
Okay, then dig all of your mass graves.
No, because unlike you, we're not ableists, okay?
What is that supposed to mean?
That you discriminate against the ones that are handicapped.
Handicapable.
No,
what?
Handicapped.
I don't know.
God damn it.
All right, so yeah, he gets humiliated, which then makes him, basically, he runs away, but then he throws himself out of a window.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. It's not like he falls back through the window into the toxic waste. He torpedoes himself out. Like,
he wanted to kill himself, maybe.
Did he?
Probably.
Well, he failed because he landed. Oh, well, to be fair, the toxic waste wasn't gonna be there. Which, by the way, toxic waste. Why it ended up being there was two truckers who's like, "Man, you want to do some coke? Yeah, I got some coke."
Hey, you remember that blow we had from last week? I got some more of it. Fuck yeah, dude.
But it's funny when they pop up when he falls in. They're like, "What was that?" It's like powder.
It's like they're.
No, they were literally rubbing it on their faces. Yeah, randomly.
It's like their 18th century British fops just like powdering their faces.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's not how coke works.
It's not.
And the thing with the toxic waste, they didn't have lids on them. They were just driving,
and it's not even like
without properly like held down. They were just shaking all
in
over
a bed.
And
it's amazing that this didn't happen sooner.
The real villain of this movie was health violations.
OSHA would have a field day with this goddamn town.
Speaking of that, I thought it was really funny that in the very beginning when it's like, "Welcome to the city, the toxic waste capital of the world."
It's set up.
Gee, I wonder what's gonna happen.
But it's so funny. It's like, this city is known for being the toxic waste capital of the world. Zoom in on this sign saying it's a toxic waste capital of the world.
Oh, okay, wait. Yeah, okay, wait. We missed out on like a really infamous scene from this movie because the trick scene happens after the hit and run scene. Oh, okay, yeah, because Steven, you might want to take on this one because you have some things to say about this.
Yeah, so well,
let's summarize the scene first. Basically, the four bullies from the health spa, they're out late at night driving, and they come across a kid on a bicycle, and they decide, and like apparently, and they reveal that a game they play is they try to kill people with their car by running over them. So, Steven, go ahead.
Basically, the scene. Basically, this was a way to introduce the villains and like make us hate him. And like usually when villains do villain stuff, I don't get upset. Like in like Hobo with the Shotgun when they rip off that dude's head. Fine, whatever. It was this dude. But like, dude, this kid was just riding his bike. He said, "Hey, sister, I'm just gonna ride my bike." And the sister, "No, you be safe now." And then they run. Not only do they hit him, he survives the first hit, and they're like, "Oh shit, he's still alive. It doesn't count." So then they go back to finish him off, and they squish his head.
That head effect is awesome.
But that's the thing, though. It made me upset and mad because it was so detailed, and the fact that they go back to take pictures of it, it made me even more mad.
Also, the hit points, the points that they get.
Yeah, it's like it's suddenly Death Race 2000 now, but
the way that whole scene was shot, it was so gruesome and like disturbingly real compared to the rest of the film that it made me upset. Like, that's the only part of the movie I would say, like, I don't like. Like, I don't like it at all. And, like, the fact that it was this cruel, I'm like, yeah, you know what? Hobo the Shotgun wasn't this cruel, so...
I disagree. Hobo the Shotgun is way more cruel in this movie. No. Okay, yeah, dude, whatever. But basically, I will say, though, that's what saved that scene for me, because I do agree, it is, especially when they go to take a picture of it, it's very... brutal
in your face
and sick.
Like, you see brain matter, you see skull bits, and it's just like, oh, I didn't.
But what made that scene for me is Slug, one of the bullies, is I can't stay out this late.
I got church.
And all the other guys like,
yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
But at first they were like, wait, why can't you stay out? Why? I can't. I got church tomorrow. Oh yeah, understandable.
No, see, that
after they just killed the kid.
That scene saved that scene for me because that was like very funny.
See, no, but the thing, that is a funny line, but I'm still, that whole scene itself before that upsets me. And like normally, I would be like, this is a perfect movie. But just because of that scene alone, I can't say I love this movie like I do Hobo with the Shotgun.
Is it because you had a similar experience?
Yeah, I was
Steven?
No, just because I get hit by a car doesn't mean I'm gonna feel bad for other people get hit by cars. Getting hit by cars, people, is funny, but like still, like
except when it happens to you.
When it happens to me, then it's wrong.
You son of a bitch.
But to me, it was kind of necessary to realize that they're psychopaths. They just don't.
Yeah, they're just not bullies. They're
psychopaths.
Crazy.
And that was
the
thing.
fact also when they took a picture. Oh, my new camera! You can see how red the blood is. Look at it. It shines so good on this picture. I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah.
Later on, it gets even creepier.
That was the thing for me, because like when they first introduced like the bullies, I was like, wow, you know what? I can't wait to see what kind of backstory they give these guys to like really be bad to the bone.
Oh, just you wait.
But no, they run over that kid. They treat it like it was all some kind of game. It was just like, I don't even want to like hate you, but kind of give you some leeway because, you know, you think it's right. You're just monsters. You're worse than the Toxic Avenger.
They don't think it's right. They think it's fun.
Yeah. It's like, one of the girls gets off on it. She's like, oh man, just thinking about the hit and run, I want you to fuck me.
And then they fuck.
Yeah,
that's
what happens.
Later in the scene, there is in the movie, there is a girl masturbating to the pictures.
Yeah, it's like, this movie's so fucked up. That's why I like it. But alright, so they fool Melvin, they fuck him up, he like actually, like, this transformation scene is kind of rough, like when he's set on fire from the chemicals.
I thought that was extremely funny because like you see him just boiling, just covered in like the ooze, and then the fire copper's the copper's like, back up, we gotta save this man.
And
he touches him, he suddenly catches on fire, and then you see Melvin running down, he's completely inflamed.
And then first he wasn't even on fire.
Yeah, he wasn't even on fire.
Right when the shot was where he's running down the street, now he's on fire.
Yeah.
Fully. It's not like...
Yeah, it's almost like they didn't want to risk putting this guy on, like, fire for long. So he makes it to his house, he gets in the bathtub to, like, try and, like, cool off. This scene is, like, kind of out of a David Cronenberg film with, like, all the...
He's, like, pulsating.
Yes, like, it's... For a movie that clearly does not have that great a budget, this is actually, like, a pretty good transformation scene, I think. So yeah, he bulks up, the screen turns into a weird-ass purple, like, filter.
The filter.
Yeah, that filter was... I was like, I honestly thought, did my copy fuck up? Like, I thought it was...
and the mom. Oh, he's finally going through puberty.
Yeah, my 25-year-old son going through puberty.
My retarded 25-year-old son.
Dude, puberty took its sweet-ass time with this kid.
He was such a late bloomer. Oh my god, thank God.
No, but it's funny, like... It's funny, like, my skinny Melvin, now he's a giant buff mongoloid or something.
A mongoloid?
Yeah.
Melvin hungry.
Yeah.
So, and then refresh my memory. What happened to this? So he runs out of the house.
Yes, and he goes. He literally next it cuts to him leaving the house like I can't go back home. So it cuts to him finding the toxic wasteland and making a home. And then he makes a makeshift home, and then he puts a picture of his mom on the wall.
Does he somehow?
Yeah, where did he get that picture?
No, it doesn't go there, does it? Because his mom didn't kick him out then. He isn't that where the alley scene comes in?
Oh, with Cigar-Face, the hero of the movie.
Yes.
So we come across these three criminals who look like they're from three totally different movies. Like, one of them looks like he's from Mad Max, the guy with the bandana.
Yeah.
The other one is like, the other one looks like he belongs in this type of like 80s movie, but he talks like a 1930s gangster. And the other one is a very offensive black guy in drag stereotype. And they're accosting a police officer, O'Malley, was it? Who has the worst Irish accent I've ever seen.
By the way, I'm thinking back to that scene. I don't think that transvestite thing was too offensive.
Because maybe you're
in
right.
the movie itself, they didn't even bring attention to the fact that was happening or that he was like that.
In all honesty,
Yeah,
I thought
you
it
may be
was
right.
like honestly, like I might get shit first, but I thought they were a gay gang, like a straight up gay gang.
That is kind of a fair point because the way they dress in this gang has some of the fruitiest costumes
and
ever.
the way Cigar-Face talk and all that, it sounded like we're a gay gang.
Man, that moment when Tromaville has more acceptance in our country.
Watch like the
Exactly.
fucking. Watch if they were a gay.
We need the mayor of Tromaville in the office.
Watch if they were a gay gang, they'd call themselves the YMCA, because that's the vibe I got from them.
They do. Oh my god, that's so fucking right. They look like YMCA rejects.
The only thing they're missing is the fucking cowboy.
They were too violent for Can't Stop the Music, so they went here. But yeah, so they're trying to get a cut from O'Malley.
No, they were trying to bribe him
they're
to
trying
be
to
a
bribe
corrupt
him.
cop.
Yeah.
Because they give him money. They get, look, we have so much, he cannot deny this much money. He's got to turn for us. And then he's like, no, I'm not going to. And then just take away his club and everything.
Oh yeah, I will say, how the fuck did this cop survive in this town if he's this inept? He's terrible at his job.
The thing that kind of scared me, oh no, he's actually gonna die, is where the guy breaks the bat with his head.
Oh, he breaks his own weapon.
How are you gonna use that, man?
It's not even no. See, that's the funny thing about that. He didn't even take the officer's baton. He was holding a bat before this thing started, and he broke his own weapon.
No, but
then
he is his own weapon.
As they're about to castrate O'Malley with a gun, with Cigar-Face saying my favorite line, "Say your prayers, copper," in that exact tone and cadence.
But weren't they gonna say this is why they call? Oh no, he said it before.
This is why they call me Cigar-Face. Takes the cigar and burns
his forehead.
Really sick mark into his forehead. Like that actually looked painful. But they're about to castrate him with a pistol. Melvin comes in, brutally kicks their asses. And you think it's just going to end with he's just gonna punch him out and then they leave. No, he punches the nose off of one guy,
and he pokes the eyes out of the crossdresser.
Yeah.
But can we say before that? The fucking transvestite knows kung fu, and he's doing.
I know a bunch of kicks.
He's doing the fucking can.
Yeah,
he's lifting his dress up.
He's oddly enough the biggest threat to Toxie in that group.
Yeah, that was a weird thing because when you see him try to punch him, they reel back because it hurts and he's unaffected. But when when the crossdresser fucking kicks him, he's getting the shit kicked out of him.
Yeah, busts Cigar-Face's balls. Cigar-Face survives. He runs off, but the rest of the two are just brutally murdered.
Oh,
doesn't he grab 2 mobs?
But before
he gets 2 mobs. He had though. There was there.
No, they
I
were
guess.
just there on the alley, just
and he and this is his
signature.
Signature. He wipes their faces with these mops.
But can we say before we go on, the fact that as Cigar-Face right now, it does a very comic book thing. I'll get you next time. You're dead.
Yeah, it's very Looney Tunes in that in that sense. So after this, it goes to not a montage of him like doing solving crimes, does it? Or does it go to the
it goes to the
Mexican place scene?
No, it goes to the officers.
Oh yeah,
it's
the
like,
officers.
Oh yeah, we found these bodies. They said O'Malley says that he was a giant guy.
And it introduces the mayor, right?
Yeah, it introduces the mayor in their drug scheme,
who is a cartoonish idea of a corrupt politician. Like, he's the fattest guy there. He's always like eating or just like being pampered by like women.
Massages.
Like, yeah,
here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do drugs. We're gonna eat women. We're gonna run this town.
And his cohorts, who all have like really shitty hair.
They
like,
really do.
Yeah, and his
I didn't even notice that.
All of them are like they have the worst hairstyles, and their Nazi police chief who.
Actually, I wanted
he
to bring this
salutes
up.
at one point.
No,
yeah,
I wanted to bring this up
2 times.
In the first scene he's introduced, he doesn't really act like a Nazi or even have a German accent. It sounds like he's going for like another accent, like Russian or something. And then
because he does say Achtung.
Yeah, and does the Heil Hitler. Salute.
Later.
But no, he does that in that scene with O'Malley to get everyone to pay attention.
When all the officers are together trying to hear his story, he's like, Achtung! And then everybody
I'm
just
talking about the scene
down.
where they're in the way before that, when they're in that poker scene. And then,
poker. That's much later. That's like by the end of the movie.
Yeah.
No.
Because I remember because.
Are you telling me that the actors in this movie weren't the best trained?
No, I just remember that somebody like that actor specifically. At one point, he was talking like German, but then at one point it was Brooklyn.
Like the accents in this movie fluctuate a lot. Like
that's what I mean.
From Slug to the officer.
I'm saying that when he was introduced, he had a Brooklyn accent. And then later, then as the film goes on, he gets that Nazi accent.
Yeah, which is kind of like why I don't think the character really works all that much. Because, like, 1, they don't really commit to it, and even 2, and it's just not that funny anyway.
He's just out there, bro. I feel like you just put him.
Yeah.
I remember the scene where he clicked his heels, and I don't know why, but that was the scene from him that made me the most uncomfortable. Not the salute.
That was like towards the end.
Really?
Yeah, it was toward. I don't know why, but because like
clicking heels.
That was towards the end.
That was towards the end. Yeah, but it was so weird the way they shot like him clicking his heels that it just really clicked to me like. Yeah, this guy's a fucking Nazi. Like the salute was like, yeah, this guy's a Nazi. But then the
but now this guy's a real Nazi.
Yeah, like it's like, wow, they're actually committing to this. I don't know how to feel anymore.
Yeah, like earlier they gassed at you, but you're like, nah, he's not a Nazi.
I mean, speaking of uncomfortable scenes, I think this now leads us to the taco restaurant.
Okay, with Freddie Mercury.
But wait, hold on. So, but first off. When it shows this restaurant, it's literally called the Mexican place. And 2, the outside shot of it is, holy fuck, this is like the most popular goddamn restaurant I've ever seen. It's a goddamn block party out there. But meanwhile, inside it's like a shitty like Mexican restaurant.
No, but what's funny is that they kind of shot like a sombrero, but right under it
is samurai swords.
2 random samurai
swords.
Yeah,
there's katanas in this restaurant.
Here's the thing. To me, when I saw it, I'm like, oh fuck, I can relate. Because in my house, or should I say in the apartment that I used to live in, we had a sombrero with 2 samurai swords under it, 3 samurai swords right under. I'm like, oh shit, I can relate. But then again, I was like, they're gonna do something with these swords.
Oh yeah,
they're so out of place right now.
The thing that really kind of fucked me up about that play, I was so fine with everything else. The thing that fucked me up, who deep fries a taco?
Like what?
Excuse me.
This thing has like. A pizza oven. It has a deep fryer.
Oh shit! It did.
It has a like ice cream maker. Like what is this? Milkshakes. Like, what is this restaurant?
They deep fry tacos. Jack in the Box.
Jack in the Box tacos are not tacos. Let's get that thing straight.
They're mainly hard shell already in a way.
Yeah,
and then they dip it in the oil.
Yeah, that's gross.
That's exactly what they were doing in the movie.
Yeah,
but okay, so in this scene, a bunch of people are like eating tacos, and then we thought the other like gang members were fruity looking. These guys are
you have a
crazy
Black Panther, you have a Freddie Mercury,
and then Bill Paxton. That was I wrote that on my notes like holy fuck, Rico is like Bill Paxton in this.
Oh, can I talk about my favorite part with the dog?
No! Oh my! See, this is what this is like what I was saying. Like this scene actually made me uncomfortable because these guys break into this taco restaurant. They're holding everyone up. They're like terrorizing these people. One guy really idiotically is like, "Hey, let them go, and you guys can keep me.
Before that, what was creepy is the guy who looked like a male version of Harley Quinn. He went up to the young girl, the underage girl, started kissing one of them on the cheeks. Like, oh, you're actually looking pretty.
Oh yeah, the fat girl.
And he points a gun at a toddler's face.
No, he points it at her face, and then he goes to the underage girl, starts like kissing her like he's about to rape her, and that's when the guy's like, "Hey, leave him alone.
Hey, come on, man."
And then he gets fucking shot.
Yeah, he's like, "Hey, leave them alone and take me." Just gotta get.
Oh, this guy wants to be a hostage, doesn't he?
He gets blown open, like it's crazy.
It gets to the scene with the blind girl.
Yeah, this blind girl, Sarah, the romantic interest of the movie. Yeah, this scene is like I didn't have a problem with the kid thing because one, it was just like the people involved were just like so fucking over the top. Where I was like, I wasn't really bothered by it.
If the kid scene upset me, you can pretty much imagine how this dog upsetted me even more.
The dog, not the blind girl.
Oh, yeah, not the blind girl about to get raped, you monster.
Oh, no, I'm talking about in terms of death.
I always wanted a corn dog, a blind girl.
Cornhole, a blind chick.
No, but the thing is, like, yeah, I think it upset the kid, but when
they shot the dog.
First talk about what happened with the girl.
Did
the dog happen first?
The dog happened first.
The dog happened first. They shoot a dog. Okay, like, I know they didn't actually kill a dog, but, like, holy fuck, if you watch this movie, you'd kind of be hard to say they did, because it's really, like, hard to watch.
No, when they cut to the dead corpse, I
saw the dog breathing. See it.
I know, but, like,
move his head a little bit.
Kind of, but I kind of took that as, like, oh, that's its, like, death spasms, like, as it dies.
That's the thing that caught away from me, because, like, when they first shot the dog, I was like, oh my god, they shot the dog
so far.
Which is like realistic when you think about it.
And then when they come back to the dog fucking sleeping on the floor, it just made me laugh, and I was like,
no, when they show the dog with his guts spilled out and like shaking, I was like, no, fuck this movie.
No, it's funny. Like,
it's funny.
The dog died.
It's funny.
the dog getting shot made me the most upset besides over that kid. Like, fuck, it's a kid, but a dog. You don't ever shoot a dog in a movie, ever.
But I didn't like is when, like, they're getting ready to rape Sarah the blind girl.
They, like literally lift up her skirt, and he's, like, actually kind of getting in there. Which,
by the way, the black guy who's trying to rape her...
The Black Panther?
The Black Panther has the fakest arm I've ever seen. Because they clearly hired this guy because he doesn't have an arm, so they could rip it off later. That's clearly why they hired him. But it's just so funny how he's like doing all these...
I did not notice that.
Really?
I didn't notice that.
I didn't notice that either.
He has like it's like a paper mache arm. It's like it's so stiff, and he's basically like moving around like this, like so stiff. Wow. He's doing all these tricks with one hand with a knife, but like his other hand is just...
the funny part before where he's doing this in front of the blind girl, the swoosh 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 hit girl stuff, and it's like, this bitch is blind. Like, just that line delivery made me laugh.
She really is blind.
And okay, so just as he's about to rape the blind woman, Toxie comes in, rips off the black guy's arm. Pretty good effect, I think. And
you were just complaining about it earlier.
No, the effect of him getting an arm ripped off was good. The arm itself was very bad. But and then he gets into a fight with Harley Quinn, Freddie Mercury.
Harley Quinn,
we say Harley Quinn because he, like, for some reason, he and only he
has face paint on.
Face paint, and he's in, like, a spandex onesie with, like, red suspenders. He looks like he's from the fucking Warriors movie.
That's why when I saw him, like, it's Freddie Mercury.
Yeah. He fights Freddie Mercury and Bill Paxton in a prolonged fight scene. Like, they use the katanas on the walls, and, like, for some reason, these two clowns are, like, on par with him for some reason. But he kills them. Well, he kills two of them, and he just really fucks up Bill Paxton's hands by deep frying them.
That killed him, though.
Yeah. Did it, though?
Yeah, he's dead.
Oh, I just thought he passed out.
At the scene, and they're like, yeah, we got 3 dead guys.
Oh, well.
And then they put that black guy in the pizza oven. That's gotta fuck you up.
And the thing is, everybody who's like, alright, so what do you got? Yeah, we got a milkshake. They can't be explaining it some way like that. Like,
oh, I forgot that.
We got a pizza in the oven. We got a
Chief. We got a pizza in the oven and a deep fried scumbag.
Dude,
and they're just eating taco. They're just eating it by.
Oh, it's so funny. There's one where like the main like captain that's there. He's eating a taco. It cuts to two other guys eating a taco, and it cuts back to him. He's holding a plate.
I forgot that's how Freddie Mercury went with the milkshake machine.
Yeah. Which, by the way, like that death scene was just sort of like this is like just kind of lame because. If it was just like, oh, he puts his like the ice cream mixer in his mouth and that like fucks his like face up, that'd be one thing.
But it's no, covered.
He's like putting ice cream on their chocolate syrup.
What, did he use a mop this time? Also?
He used
on the milkshake guy though.
Did he?
No,
I don't know.
Oh,
he didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, he didn't use a. I don't think he used a mop on any of these guys. But what made that milkshake death scene funny to me was it read more like to me was that Toxie was trying to smother him with all these ice cream, but they just kept on melting. So it was like, oh shit, that didn't work. Cherry, whipped cream, chocolate, and then just finally it's like, okay, I'll just stick this thing in his mouth.
Funny thing is, the character, the Harley Quinn person,
Freddie Mercury,
had a cloth over his face.
Oh yeah.
So in hindsight, he did look like he was getting waterboarded as well.
Yeah, waterboarded with ice cream.
Dude, but that was just so that he wouldn't get like ice cream all over his face also, but then afterwards it looked like he was getting waterboarded because of that.
So yeah, Toxie dispatches the villains. He
takes her home safely.
Takes her home. There's a pretty cute romance scene and a montage of him fighting crime in the city. We're kind of a little hard for time, so we're gonna like go a little bit further with this. So he has a montage of him solving crimes, like stopping two more kids from getting run over, because that's what this movie needed was more kids getting run over. If you ask me, am I right, Steven?
Mm-hmm.
You can relate. Hashtag relatable.
All right, and then we also cut to the fact that him and the girl are hitting it off really well. They're living together, and then they have a sex scene.
Whoa, what are you doing? I never felt anything like this. And just steam just rising out of his whole body.
The one thing I like is that when it has the scenes where it's just his chest, like you can just see he's just like flexing his pec.
Yeah.
But like,
or like, I'll read your palm. Like the blind girl's like, I'll read your palms, Melvin.
You see his pec twitching, like, yeah, sure, touch my hand.
But then like, here, let me try your other hand. She just touches his dick.
Yeah. But like
this chick with this blind chick, Sarah, is basically Mr. Magoo but with tits.
I love the scene in the montage where they're getting together.
It was like the blind guy from Young Frankenstein.
I mean, that's also like Mr. Magoo, basically.
I never seen Mr. Magoo.
All right, well then, fuck you. Watch some old cartoons, dude.
I love the scene where it's the montage where like they're like dancing and stuff, and then they I think next to the picture of the mom, they put up the picture of the dog.
Oh yeah, Carrie. No, with like blind
with sunglasses on.
But the thing is, like, that sex scene between Toxie
and
like,
Sarah.
For some reason, I didn't find it that good. Compared to the sex scene.
It wasn't really a sex scene. It was just
like
him like humping, just moving up and down. That's about it.
But he was fucking her basically.
Yeah.
But compared to the earlier sex scene with the brown chick hair in the gym, I found that hot.
This is going to be a new sex scene with Steven reviewing sex scenes in films. But at the same time, it's funny. At the same time as Toxie's doing this heroic shit, he becomes a slasher villain by like killing teenagers. Now, to be fair, these are the monsters who run over children for kicks, but
that's the thing. He didn't kill the two women though. The girl.
No, he killed one of them.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
He tried it with scissors. And
he cut her hair. It never showed.
What?
No, he never got to because the fat chick in the locker room caught him.
No, but then there's a chase scene where he corners her in a and he kills her.
Yeah, I did research in the plot.
Oh.
No. It doesn't show her killing her. It just cuts to another scene.
Oh yeah, because I know why. I know why that is. You're right, because there was a deleted scene where the two girlfriends were gonna meet again in prison, and they would be all like physically fucked up because of what Toxie did to them.
Yeah, he cut her hair. That's the main.
But the brown hair chick really wasn't fucked up because it was just her ass that was burned.
Although those were like searing hot stones.
Listen to your hot ass.
That's the scene where she was trying to get off to the pictures of
yes, like
murder.
This chick is so messed up. Oh, by the way, you brought up the fat girl in the gym. Like, one of the background characters in this, like, health spa
is a fat girl eating all the time?
Yeah, eating all the time.
Working out.
Except one thing that caught me so off guard, because it was like, whoa, that's like a really specific detail in this background. There's like one scene where Melvin's like talking to the blonde bully, and in the background you just see the fat girl like picking up two guys. Like, she's gonna like fuck these two guys.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I was like, damn, this girl gets some tail.
She has a good personality.
I mean, look, she is actually like kind of good looking. I mean, I know like the joke like, get it, she's fat in a health spa, but I'm like, I'd fuck her.
Remember the scene with that guy in the health spa where he's like doing the weights and like
the most
fucking just drops it on him?
The most obvious drug dealer I've ever seen in a movie.
With the fucking mustache. He's like older than anybody in there.
Yeah, and his locker is literally like stacks of needles, piles of pills, and just like all these powders. Like, it's so cartoonish. Like this.
So the way he gets taken out, I thought it was a great effect. Especially,
it was an okay effect for like what they try to do, but it's
when
quite
the
obvious.
thing falls off and then half his head is gone, I love the fact that the tongue is wrangling around.
He basically decapitates. I was gonna say.
I wouldn't even say decapitate.
I was gonna say really
half of his head.
Yeah, like a half guillotine with a weightlifting machine.
I just don't get how he didn't hear everybody else screaming. He's still going there working out.
I mean, this guy's clearly not a good drug dealer, so he's just an idiot.
Speaking of fucked up scenes, remember fucking. You said you were gonna take me to go see David Bowie. This isn't David Bowie.
Oh yeah, the child prostitute scene. By the way,
okay, my favorite part about that scene is that like they have a clown car of a limo. And there's like 80 guys coming out in different outfits.
No, like, I actually used that term. This clown car limo of these like 1950s Al Capone gangsters like gonna kill Toxie. But by the way, okay, so back on the scene, Toxie's pissing in an alley. He's pissing toxic waste in an alley, and this limo pulls up for random. He's like, "Hey, you want this prostitute?
She's 12.
No, it's like $12, one for each year." By the way, if that chick's 12, then I'm fucking 99 years old.
Well, you are.
Shut up.
Well, I mean, to be fair, in Taxi Driver, they got Jodie Foster at a young age to be a child.
Yeah, but I think Jodie Foster was actually like below the age of consent, so it kind of worked for that. But this woman's clearly like 20 at most.
Really? She doesn't look like that.
She looked younger. She's at least like 16.
No, she's like, I guarantee you she's like 19.
So will you be comfortable fucking her then?
If she's legal, then yes.
No, but if she was brought to
Lolicon.
If someone said to me, "Hey, you want to fuck this 12-year-old?" I wouldn't fuck the 12-year-old because that's illegal. You sicko.
No, I know.
Sick fuck.
No. But would you fuck her if she was brought the same way, except he didn't say the 12-year-old stuff?
No, because she clearly didn't want to be there. She thought she was going to David Bowie concert.
Would you fuck a 19-year-old that looks like a 12-year-old?
No, not really. Probably not.
One thing that kind of threw me off was like after they were done fighting, they got back into the limo, and the driver's like. He didn't think anything
of
it.
He's so cool with it.
Where to, Mr. Monster Hero?
No, he wasn't even like that. He was just sitting there and he just drives off.
Can I give you this egg in this toxic time?
Can I?
By the way, so like it's funny, like for some reason I'm like, oh no, he's getting in the limo with the girl. They're gonna cut to it like him like getting a blowjob from the girl.
Oh come on, he's the monster hero. He would never.
I know
do
that's
that.
the thing. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. He's the hero. Because you know how in normal movies when a guy sees a girl like in the movie in the 80s, they'll get like a sexual favor in return.
Yeah, like Ghostbusters, like that weird scene where Dan Aykroyd gets blown by the Alamo ghost for some reason. But
that idea itself is so hot.
Okay. Save it for when we review Ghostbusters, dude. But anyway, so he gets revenge on the two bullies. He kills them after they brutally beat an old woman, which is a very cartoonish scene, which I found funny.
The one thing I found really funny was that like while they're attacking her, you just see like people in the background.
Yeah,
I'm like,
they're walking, but they're not looking in the direction.
Dude, Tromaville's a hell on earth.
Like, guys, it's public daylight. You're in the middle of a street.
That's the thing. All this shit happens all the time in Tromaville. They're like, oh, that's happening.
Yeah, whatever.
But it was funny. It's like, oh, thank you, nice boys. Nice to have you guys in the area.
You see a woman getting beat on the streets. It's like, oh, I guess this is the John Wick world. All right, I'm just gonna
I also like that he was like, dude, take the wheel. I'm getting stressed, man. I'm getting stressed.
Oh yeah, Bozo's very stressed.
You're stressing me out, Cindy. You're stressing me out.
Fucking Dennis.
He is Dennis.
He was there telling him, dude, take the wheel. I'm getting stressed out. I can't drive it. dude, drive, take the wheel. The guy's like, what? No, I'm not going. You're driving already. Like, what the heck?
Oh, by the way, like Slug in this scene has like one of my favorite line reads in this whole movie, where he's like, "Yeah, we beat that only like a dog." Like he says it in a weird country accent for no reason. But so he kills the two guys, and and this is one scene that I had to actually watch twice because it really confused me. There's a dwarf laundromat owner.
Yes.
No.
It's a laundromat owner, and there's a dwarf woman there.
Yeah, but the dwarf is the head of like a slave sex.
But that's way later.
Before this, like when he was killing Slug, like I thought it was like gonna turn to be like, Toxic's now just killing or
other people.
realizing he's killing other people, kind of like the good guy doing bad things by accident.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, dude, all these cars are flipping over and exploding. I'm like,
we don't hear any shit about that.
And then after that, he starts going after the short woman,
the midget,
whatever. The midget,
the dwarf.
dwarf.
What is the correct term actually?
It's little people.
Little? That sounds way more condescending.
No, because they're people and they're little.
I guess.
Anyways, like I saw him like, he's gonna kill him. Now he's just killing innocent people. What the heck?
But then later,
later on.
The thing that confuses me is how did he know that though?
Yeah, it was almost.
He has a sense of evil. Remember?
Yeah.
It kind of read to me like, wait, we need a way for there to be like a conflict going into the third act because he already killed basically the main villains at this point. So they have this. So basically, the town thinks that the monster hero isn't a hero anymore. He's just a murderer now.
No,
and so
the town necessarily didn't think that.
Not
they didn't
all.
know.
Not all
they
the
were
town.
all saying that, dude, he's out killing bad people. So what do we know? What's the backstory of this woman? And that's when
they try to sweep it under the
German.
rug.
Yeah, they try to sweep it under the
German
rug.
and the officer was like, "Yeah, dude, don't let the press hear about this. Keep it on the wraps. As long as we tell her that she's been in the community for a while, they will be on our side when we want to kill this guy."
Yeah, and they use that to get the National Guard to come in to try and kill the monster. And it's up to the townspeople who Toxie saved, who are some of the worst actors in a cast of pretty bad actors.
No, don't shoot him. He's my friend.
The kid who works at the ice cream store. He's fucking terrible.
Wait, the kid? What kid?
Like the really skinny teenager who just like.
No, he was working at the taco place.
The taco place. He's like
the taco ice cream pizza place.
They're gonna nuke him. We gotta stop him. Like he's such a terrible actor.
What's the officer name?
O'Malley.
O'Grady.
He was like, we have no power here. What can we do?
We gotta trust the system, boy.
Right, and then he asked the little girl something. The girl was like, just eating her ice cream, just like shaking her head, like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, this actually was really good. What about domination of the world?
So Toxie feels bad because he like thinks that he's like already getting out of control. So he takes Sarah to like go camping, I guess.
No,
didn't he reveal that he was actually like a mutant?
Oh yeah, he was like.
Here's a question I had about that. So they go back to that toxic waste place where him and Sandy. She's getting cancer. She's getting radioactive material around her.
I don't know. Maybe Toxie cleaned it up or something.
No, you're looking. Hey, you're looking for logic.
Yeah, they had a whole montage.
The Toxic Avenger.
But still,
they had a whole montage where they were cleaning it up, and it was really cute.
Yeah, let me sweep these fucking radioactive atoms into the water.
Here's the thing: inside the house. It was just like a junkyard.
It was like kind of junky. That was about it.
There wasn't any toxic. The toxic is more outside.
Yeah, in barrels. I'll give them that. It was at least in barrels. So they're out camping and in this tent, like a really like shitty tent, and hundreds of soldiers surround them. They have a tank. Like I don't know how Lloyd Kaufman got a tank. Maybe he knew someone who was in the armory or something.
The one thing that confused me about that scene is that if that was a situation that was there, why did they allow the townspeople to be in line with the army?
They would have been like, back away. This is a National Guard matter.
They were so overpowered though. They had them surrounded. Every gun, even the tank, pointed at them. At this tent that looked like it was on the side of a road.
It's like that scene in, speaking of the people being with her, it's like that scene from Amazing Spider-Man 2, where there's this big electric fight happening with Electro Spider-Man, and all the people are cheering on the side.
Or like with the Rhino, where they're like, yeah, Spider-Man, go get him.
Gunshots everywhere. Like,
yeah, they would have been fucking destroyed. But basically, the town, like, convinces the National Guard that Toxie's not evil, he's a good guy, and apparently this also convinces the National Guard to just stand by and watch while Toxie brutally murders the mayor.
Well, the thing is, their orders were from the governor.
Yeah.
They're saying, do not shoot him.
Unless he's like...
No, it wasn't...
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't... No,
don't
shoot.
Yeah, capture
the
him.
study.
The mayor wanted him dead.
The mayor wanted him
and
dead.
then
He
that's
kept
the
telling
thing.
him.
When the mayor, like, fought back against the order, and that's when he showed off that he's evil. So then everyone was like, "Oh, this guy's evil."
Well, which, by the way, he tries to he like shoots Toxie, and either the implication that he's a horrible shot, or just the bullets didn't do anything.
The bullets didn't do anything.
Yeah.
What was the threat of him being like shot then?
Honestly, I thought when he was shooting, I thought it was gonna lead to the blind chick getting shot.
That's
That's what I was seeing, because like he's like, oh, he's missing every shot.
See,
I thought it was gonna.
You're expecting that because you're thinking of like tragic shit that happens
like
to superheroes all the
that.
time.
Yeah.
No, but like, I was expecting that because like he's bad shot, and then because like when they were looking at Toxie, you can kind of see in the background, I'm like, oh, she's about to get shot. She's about to get shot.
Yeah, I was kind of like,
never mind. She didn't
when I
get
first
shot.
saw this movie, I was sort of like, oh, don't kill her. I like her. She's sweet.
But hey, something tragic needs to happen to the hero, so he's
Something already did tragic happen. He got
No, I'm
fucked
talking
up.
about like in the mindset of like these days, every superhero, one tragic thing needs to happen.
Well, we'll save that for final thoughts. But basically, Toxie has a pretty cool kill line for the mayor. Like, now let's see if you have any guts, and then rips his organs out.
The funny thing was, he even tried like
he tried to put it back.
He's like, help me.
Like they've already been disconnected from his body. He's still trying to put it in like it's gonna.
Like
do
you might as well
anything.
like put a Band-Aid on it. But yeah, like, and then like this whole scene, the mayor get brutally murdered. It's like, yeah, Toxie, we love you. And then the film ends just like that.
Yeah, they do a fucking Sasquatch footage where he's just like turned around.
That reminded me of something like
it's like the end
Hulk.
of the Thriller music video.
No, that reminded me of like kind of like the Hulk where he's just like walking away.
Oh yeah, you could add the Lonely Man score to a lot of scenes where he's just like when he first turns into the Toxic Avenger and he's walking away from home. Yeah, like you could play that music and it would fit perfectly. So that was the Toxic Avenger. I think we can all kind of agree that this movie was we liked this movie.
I would say I do love this movie. I'll put it up there, but I think Hopeless Shotgun's better. But like basically, my final thought is I love this movie, and it's one of those movies like if I know the type of person you are, like if you enjoy the same stuff, I'd be like, yeah, I'll show it to you. But if it's like Grandma, I'm like, no.
Yeah, this movie is not for everyone, but I think everyone at least can have something they enjoy about this movie. I will say that they may not like it, but I think there's at least one thing they'll like about it.
It's a good superhero movie at the same time.
It is, strangely enough. So
that moment when Toxie saves more people and cares about people than Superman and Man of Steel,
than Superman or Batman combined.
Yeah.
So Rodolfo and Miguel, what did you guys think of this
Final
movie?
thoughts.
Yeah. Before we go into other questions.
With me, I came into this movie with expectations like just seeing it from the very beginning. I was like, oh, it's gonna be like a dumb, trashy movie. I might just enjoy. I thoroughly like the movie. I can see myself rewatching this movie multiple times. And honestly, the way I see it, I think what it was, I enjoyed it enough that I would like to see like a reboot of this. Like I feel like a reboot would, if done
that's
better.
Interesting. Let's save that point for the question because that will lead into one of them. Because I like that. Rodolfo, what do you think?
For me, it like my expectations. I wasn't like really expecting much, but because I didn't know much about it. All I knew was like Toxic Avenger. Oh, I can already tell it's gonna be somebody who gets powers from toxic waste. And then like the beginning first, like I wasn't expecting much of it, but then like the first sex scene caught me off guard. I was like, okay, I wasn't expecting this.
Hey,
this early on. Yeah, basically I was like, oh, hey, tits. Oh, that fast. All right.
Wow.
And then when it transitioned over, like seeing Melvin, the nerdy kid, to the telling, I'm like, wow, this completely changed so drastically. And then Some of the parts were like just like, oh, there's like random humor, like the German guy. I was like, oh, okay, he's doing the German salute right now. All right, in front of everybody. All right, nobody's gonna say anything. All right.
Oh, this is normal. All right.
Yeah, and then it was just weird all around, but I liked it to the point where I obviously kept watching it. So.
All right, so these are the questions, and so Miguel, since you kind of brought up part of it, I'm going to ask you first. I mean, did you like this movie? Yeah.
Yeah. I really enjoyed and loved this movie.
Now, what's at the core of the reason? Like, why did you like this film? Like, what at the core of it do you think? If you could distill it into one sort of feeling, why did you like it?
If I had to describe it in just one feeling, I think it would be just curiosity. Because, it starts out so bizarre that you really don't know. If you go in blind, you really don't know what's going to happen. So, I think the sort of mystery of just seeing what the Toxic Avenger is going to do, what's his next evil threat in the span of this movie, it seems really interesting. It really gets me more invested into this movie.
Now, and you brought up the idea of a reboot. This is the third question. Do you think this movie could have been made today?
No.
If they changed a lot of, if they changed a lot of things, probably.
Then it would lose its charm.
Then it wouldn't be the Toxic Avenger. It'll just be, oh, this is a movie about a Toxic Avenger. It's not the Toxic Avenger.
I think a lot of the charm comes from the fact that it does look trashy. It does look cheap. So I think that, if they remade it, they would want to make the monster slick CGI. They would focus group the monster so many times to the point where you'd just be like, fucking beastly. I'm a monster. No, you just have tattoos, you fucking asshole.
Oh, yeah. It's attractive, Quentin Mark's monster, but the girl wants to fuck him because technically it's just like...
It's just a guy who's bald and has, tattoos.
One thing is, so the question is, will this movie get made today? I say no. Because these days, trashy movies like this anymore. Right now, we're in the era where independent movies, if it's gonna be trashy, it's gonna be classy trashy, like Gone Girl, or the Neon Demon, where it's beautiful. It has to be shot beautiful, but the subject matter is trashy.
Yeah, you can only talk about things like, incest and murder, but you have to get a good cinematographer if you want to make a film about them, which I think is such a disservice. It would be like if you made I Spit on Your Grave, one of the classic rape revenge movies, but you made it sort of slick and high def. It loses something in that translation.
It's called a remake.
Yes, they did. It was a shame because they did that and it sucked. All right, so Rodolfo.
She turned a jigsaw at one point. It was so funny.
So Rodolfo, did you like this film?
Yeah.
If you could compress it into one reason why did you like this film?
Basically, for me, it turned out to be more. For me, it turned to be a comedy in a way. Mm-hmm. So I kind of liked it because it wasn't too serious at times.
You weren't really expecting it to be a comedy, were you?
I wasn't expecting much from it. But then after I've done, I can see it as in a way a comedy because there wasn't things that kept it serious the whole time. Mm. There's always some kind of comedic relief going on.
And do you think this movie could be made today?
In all honesty, more likely no. Mm. Mainly, especially the whole cigar face thing, the whole transvestite thing.
Yeah,
people wouldn't some producer wouldn't want to go that area.
Well, this could alienate this audience, so we can't keep this in. Which, I'll agree. It could. It kind of alienated me because I'm just sort of man, this did not age well. But so Steven, you said, you don't think this movie could be made today.
No.
Because of all the too many cooks in the kitchen, pretty much.
Not only that, but all the stereotypes these days, almost everyone is getting on the same page in terms of political correctness, where the younger generation won't even know what stereotypes will be. So this movie would not be able to exist. And not only that, but again, I keep bringing this film up, Hope with a Shotgun. That was made 2011. By now, we already moved on to a different type of
yeah, and also Hope with a Shotgun didn't do very well financially. I think critics sort of liked it for what it was, but it did not do very well financially because it makes sense. There's not a huge market for those types of movies anymore.
It's a niche market.
It is.
Just like the Troma films themselves. It's a niche market.
I am of a different opinion. I think you could make this film today, but you would have to like. So the reason why Lloyd was able to make this movie was because he worked in behind the scenes on Rocky 2, and he made a lot of connection. Yeah, he was like a sound engineer for Rocky 2 or something, and he got a lot of connections, and he was able to get people together to make this movie. And he wanted to make it a straight up horror movie, but as he wrote the script, he just realized, I'll make it like a superhero comedy instead.
Everyone makes a horror movie. Like that's what I love about the Toxic Avenger. It's a superhero movie, but there's comedic elements to it, and it doesn't take it.
But
so
also
seriously.
Horror aspects to it at the same time.
So, yeah, some parts, but I would say like more crime, not horror.
It kind of is a mutant of a movie. It's a Frankenstein.
It's not like Fan Four Stick where they try to do Cronenberg horror into a superhero movie.
Yeah, which just didn't work at all. But let's not get started on that piece of shit again. So, here's the special question, and this is a question that we can sort of have fun with. All right, say if you're in the same oh no!
You okay, Connor? Are you turning into the Toxic Avenger?
This podcast is ruined. So, say if you're in the same situation as Melvin, and you find yourself in toxic ways. I don't know how you do it. Maybe you got pranked some.
I threw myself out the window.
Yeah, you got. If you could become the Toxic Avenger like him in this movie, would you?
No. I mean,
if I could get that voice,
actually,
all four of those voices.
But we kind of we mentioned the voice, but like his voice is really good. It's like, I'm sorry that happened. I've never done something like this before.
Actually, I kind of would now because in the end, I'd get the girl. I'd have somewhere to live. Might not be the best place.
Your mom would love you.
I'm accepted by everybody in the community.
But that's the thing.
And I get to kill without impunity.
You're thinking of, in terms of the movie, I'm thinking about like me.
Like
my
right
life.
now.
Yeah, like me. I don't have a hot blind girl. And like.
No, but if. Oh, you're true. I see.
Yeah, and not only that, we're in Houston, Texas. As soon as I come out looking like that, they're like,
kill him! Put a shovel in his ass!
Yeah, like I'm dead. Either that or I get captured by scientists and they'll
rip you open.
A good point.
And it's gonna be, but then maybe it becomes like the shape of it becomes like the shape of water where you fall in love with a janitor.
No, I was gonna say like Fan Four Stick where they're like, you know what, come work with us in the military.
And you're just like, we're gonna send you to fight ISIS. You just rip out ISIS leaders' guts.
And see if you have any guts.
Oh my god, that's a fucking movie that we can make. Toxic Avenger fights ISIS.
No, you sound like Frank Miller right now.
No, because no one's gonna shed a tear for ISIS. All right.
All right.
But I think this movie could be made if you pulled in a lot of favors in Hollywood. Like, if you were friends with, like, Brad Pitt or, like, Quentin Tarantino, you may be able to get this movie made.
Miguel didn't get a chance to go on the Woody.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I wouldn't be a Toxic Avenger. Because, like, your whole life would change dramatically, drastically. It would just be a wild ride. That being said, if like one of y'all turned into the Toxic Avenger, like I'd be on your side all the time. I'd be like, yeah, man.
Don't kill me. If you weren't, like, how dare you?
I'd be like if the Toxic Avenger wore like one of those like baby carrying things when he goes to fight ISIS, and I'm on the back with like 2 pistols.
Take that, ISIS.
So would you guys believe? So as we're starting to wrapping up, we're just shoot the shit on this movie a little bit before we have to go. Would you believe that this movie spawned 3 sequels
and a cartoon
and a children's TV show?
What?
Wait,
Yes.
3 sequels.
3 sequels and a children's daytime TV show.
Were any of the sequels good?
I hear debatable because they are Troma films, but I have actually heard. I went on and looked at them. The Rotten Tomatoes score. 2 is like apparently garbage, but 3 is like, man, they really turned it around.
And then 4?
4 it was sort of like meh.
But it's funny. You know what's
another because like 2 is because 3 and 4 were filmed as one movie, but Lloyd Kaufman split them up.
Oh yeah, that's what I did read about that. You know what's funny? You know what's another franchise that spawned sequels and a cartoon show?
What?
Fucking Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, and another thing that spawned a TV show, Rambo, like,
and a cartoon.
Yeah, like, a kids TV show and like kids toys. Hey kids, let's play with our favorite action hero, John Rambo, the man suffering from PTSD and trauma.
I had a
Who gets on these glasses that help you look through PTSD.
Did any of the actors in this movie went on to do better
No.
things? No.
The only
Not
thing
single
is
one of them?
in the director's cut, in the background, you can see Marissa Tomei.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Aunt May.
Well, no, not even in the background. When Toxie scares the blind girl in the locker room, the girl who comes in with like the towel, that's Marissa Tomei. That's Aunt May.
Oh.
So yeah, this movie can say it at least produced one major actress in Hollywood.
Well, that's the thing. As much as I love Marissa Tomei because she's hot, I know she was in The Wrestler. That's about it. I don't know her from anything else.
She was My Cousin Vinny that she won the
Never
Academy
seen it.
Award for. You'd like My Cousin Vinny. In fact, you know what? My Cousin Vinny for this podcast.
No, we're talking about Toxic Avenger. Fuck you.
Actually, you know, forget this Toxic Avenger shit. We're going to watch My Cousin Vinny.
No, we gotta watch Meet the Feebles next.
No. Yeah, like, so Lloyd Kaufman is like, he's actually been open to trying to like get this movie remade or rebooted. If he's involved in it, I would kind of be up for it.
The thing is, I would only see it hitting it off, or at least like being able to be made, is if he was able to direct it fully like he did the first one, and like do it through his vision, and sort of not necessarily Hollywood it, but like have the same aspect, but like I wouldn't say a little bit better quality.
I would think.
I don't know how to explain the
Spice
process.
it up a little bit.
I would
it up
think.
a little bit.
I would think the ideal situation for this would be get in touch with someone from like the Weinstein Company who like handle a lot of Quentin Tarantino's movies, and then get a director like James Gunn. Like James Gunn would be.
He's Troma.
Yeah, he Troma may not have produced a lot of actors, but they did produce like some pretty good directors, like, including James Gunn. Like he cut his teeth in the Troma.
Also, Troma
film.
gave Matt Stone and Trey Parker a shot.
Yeah.
Cannibal Holocaust?
Cannibal the movie.
Cannibal the movie.
Cannibal Holocaust is the
Yeah.
1970s found footage movie with actual animal cruelty.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
So, I think in that situation, if you had James Gunn with Lloyd Kaufman executive producing, then you may be able to get it right. But other than that, I don't have much
Lloyd
faith in it.
Kaufman has a cameo in Guardians of the Galaxy. He's one of the prisoners.
Yeah, he's like pretty badly acting at, like as like yelling at the Guardians when they come in.
Speaking of like cameos, I was kind of mad at the cameo for Nathan Fillion because they made a big deal, and it was just the blue alien.
All right,
You couldn't even tell it was Nathan Fillion.
All right, well now we're getting into Guardians of the
I
Galaxy,
know.
so I think it might be time to wrap this
up.
episode up. So, final thoughts. Rating for this show, for this movie, I guess. This film, this art.
What?
Rating of I'd just say standard 10 out of 10 stars.
10 out of 10 stars.
10?
No, basically like that rating because that's
okay.
like a universal. Everyone understands that.
I'll do 5.
All right then.
I was gonna do like a 6, 7 out of 10.
I'll do a 4 out of 5.
Okay, yeah, go against us.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that
I
goes
run
down to
this
8
shit.
out of 10.
I run this shit.
I'll
What
give
shit? I
it.
thought you and Steven run it.
I'll give it an 8 out of 10.
I'd give it a 7 out of 10.
All right, so thank you guys for joining us on the first episode of Tucson Theater. We hope to bring you guys more in the future. Rodolfo, Steven, Miguel, where can people find you when you're not recording this podcast?
On our video game videos, that's gonna be on the Context Crew YouTube channel.
Yeah.
You can also follow on Instagram. I'm gonna be at StevenLaura95.
I'm at Miggle Moonman. That's M-I-2-G's. L-E and then Moonman, all one word.
You gotta get a better name, man.
Fuck you.
And you can find me on Instagram at 5p1rel, and yeah.
Rodolfo also has a YouTube channel, Spiral.
Yeah, but I don't really use it as much. Might bring it back.
I guess you can find me at Connor_James34 if you want to
Instagram.
on Instagram
With two underscores?
Yeah, with 2 underscores. I guess you could follow me. I don't post anything, so have fun with that.
can
Most
check
of your
out-
posts are food.
Yeah, but I haven't posted anything since like Christmas.
Yeah.
All I post is like our Let's Play.
I still post personal stuff with the stuff with the channel and
Yeah,
the content
you
we're
fucking
posting.
Instagram whore.
All right, so
Or you can check out our other podcasts, Don't Take Out of Context. It's the first season is out right now, 1 through 10. You can check that out. We're all on there also, as well as the gameplays and whatnot.
Also, I am actually lending a voice to a what's it called? I'm forgetting the name of it already.
Wow.
It's a visual novel. There you go. I lent my voice as one of the main characters in a visual novel by Legend X Games called Secret Untold. You can follow her on Tumblr. by the time that this goes out, there may be a demo out. If not, it would be one shortly after.
And with this, what day would this podcast be up? Thursdays,
well, I will say Thursdays for now. If not, I'll just dub in Sunday.
All right. Well, thanks for having us.
Thanks for joining us. We hope to bring you more episodes in the future. Bye.
Bye.